Breaking news, Zach Lavine is expected to re-sign with the Chicago Bulls this summer in free agency. So let's talk about it. What is going on, yo? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk about the Chicago Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms, guys. And as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people. So I was kind of surprised that this news came out right now because we are not at the period of free agency yet, right? The NBA Finals are still going on, and we still got some time before free agency starts. Well, not so fast, I guess, because we've got this news that broke about Zach Lavine apparently, re-signing with the Chicago Bulls. Now, this is not a confirmation. Let me restate that. This is a report that Zach Lavine is expected to re-signed with the Chicago Bulls. So this is coming from Jake L. Fisher of Bleacher Report, I believe. Okay, Jake L. Fisher is the name of the guy who came out with the report. And again, he's not a guy like a Adrian Wojnarowski or Shams Charania or anyone like that who we kind of know, okay, once those guys reported, yeah, we pretty much know it's true. But it is still significant because I saw a lot of the publications, kind of talk about this report. And so I'm going to go ahead and kind of take it at its face value and say, yeah, this probably has legitimacy to it, okay? Now, I have talked about Zach Lavine and what I believed would happen this summer with him, or whether or not the Bulls would re-sign him, and I was very adamant in saying that I believe Zach Lavine was going to re-sign with the Chicago Bulls. Now, this report makes it seem like that is the case, so obviously, I love that, and I love the fact that, that would mean Zach would be with the Bulls. But let's take a deeper look into exactly why that is the case, all right? And I mentioned to you guys that it's a very, very straightforward and simple reason. It doesn't even have much to do with basketball, or at least not the main reason. It's monetary, right? We know Zach Lavine can get paid the most money with the Bulls, and that is $40 million more in an extra year more with the Bulls versus anybody else due to sort of how the CBA was negotiated with regards to contracts and incentivizing guys to stay with their own teams instead of going elsewhere. So Zach Lavine can sign a $200 million plus deal with the Bulls this offseason. With another team, it's probably at max 160 mil-ish, okay? And we're talking 4 years with them, 5 years with the Bulls. And I said, Zach's not passing up on that kind of bread, folks. He's just not doing it, okay? I love Zach Lavine, but we know that Zach Lavine is not at that point in his career where he's going to be chasing just rings or anything like that. And not to mention the fact that the Bulls actually are closer to a championship than what would be a lot of other teams. So if we're talking about, Zach would leave for the Lakers or he would leave for these other teams, does it really make sense? Because the Lakers literally missed the playoffs, okay? And you heard all those reports about, he didn't want to play second fiddle to DeMar DeRozan. He's going to go and play third fiddle to LeBron and AD. And so it's like, all right, let's pause here for a second. Monetary, number one reason why is what I said, that he would re-sign with the Bulls, the money, okay? And that is why I believe that this report is coming out. Number two, if we're talking about the basketball side of things here, the Bulls still give him a very good chance to A, have a team built around him, and B, have that team be good enough to be a championship contender in the near future, right? The Bulls were a playoff team this past season, and they are going to get better. They have young players that will get better. They have other pieces around that will get better. Now, whether or not Zach is happy with being second fiddle to DeMar, I can't speak to that. I don't know. I've seen reports, but I don't know if it's confirmed. But at the end of the day, I was very, very sure that Zach Lavine hasn't happened yet, but I'm very sure that he is going to re-sign with the Bulls because of the sheer amount of money the Bulls can offer him, folks. And Zach is going to get his big payday before he can get any more big paydays, right? And we know his game is predicated on athleticism, and that goes by, quicker than the other traits as an NBA player. So the next deal that Zach will have after this one's over, it's not going to be nearly as much, or most likely it won't, okay? So my thing is, I'm not surprised by this report, people. I'm just not. Zach's going to re-sign with the Bulls. Very confident about that. The more pressing question really is what's going to happen with the roster outside of Zach and the other pieces, right? DeMar, etc. Do we trade Vooch? Do we keep him? What's going to happen with the other pieces? But overall, not surprised at all with the report that Zach is expected to re-sign with the Bulls. I expected that to be the case, and I expect it to happen once free agency starts. So Zach Lavine going back to the Bulls, I think it's a good fit for both sides. I think, again, Zach Lavine gets the money, gets the chance to compete on a good team. And then for the Bulls, you are not going to be able to replace an all-star, all-NBA type of talent like Zach Lavine that quickly, all right? If you let him go, where are you going to replace him? So, and he is still a guy who is ascending, who can still, you can get the best out of him. And you're basically paying him in this 5-year period where you're still going to get his prime year. So I think it makes a ton of sense for both sides, and I expect it to happen, and I think it will. So let me know what you guys think about Zach Lavine expecting to re-sign with the Chicago Bulls this summer. As always, thanks for watching.